few big successes compensate for dozens and dozens of things that didn't work.
Ever wondered why the rich are always getting richer? Why does the gap between the rich and everyone else keep growing wider? Today, it's getting harder to join the league of seven-figure earners. Everyone wants to be rich, but it appears like it's only the rich getting richer. In 2009, the average income of the top 5% of earners increased, while the average income of everybody else went down. The same happened in 2020 when the global health situation hit. While the world crumbled financially, billionaires like Elon Musk added a whopping $140 billion to their net worth. Jeff Bezos also added $70 billion to his wealth. There are a number of reasons for this, with the most notable being the fact that rich people don't do most of the things that we do. They have adopted a sort of lifestyle which helps them build and maintain their wealth. For instance, most rich individuals do not lavishly spend money. They do not constantly go on expensive trips around the world. They understand that these activities add no financial value to their wealth, and it must be done as little as possible. As you must already know, most self-made individuals that are rich aren't smarter than anyone else. They've just mastered several principles which help them stay ahead. Also, these rich individuals treat wealth building as a skill that can actually be learned, and you can learn it too. In this video, I will share with you several principles that the rich live by and how you can use these principles to change your lifestyle and eventually build wealth. Ready? Let's go. A mindset of financial growth. How can you grow financially if you don't have a mindset that supports it? Rich individuals think differently and more creatively when it comes to business and finance. They constantly think about several ways they can make money. This sets them apart and helps them grow a financial growth mindset. As soon as they adopt this mindset, how they think about money changes and they see profitable ventures in almost every opportunity. When you have this mindset, you would believe that there are always bigger and better projects to work on. You will believe that there's always money to be made. You must have also noticed that rich people are always open to exploring new ideas. They believe that they are capable of making changes on a very large scale. They always want to meet other successful people. It's no mistake that most rich individuals don't have unsuccessful friends. They always surround themselves with individuals who are either as rich as they are or even richer. Rich people understand how important it is to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, with individuals who share the same drive, talent, and most importantly, the potential to become even richer. This is why the rich attend all sorts of dinners, conferences, events, and gatherings. It's necessary because it affords them an opportunity to meet with individuals who share the same goals with them. Also, the rich do this so they can fill their contact lists with influential individuals who could help them in the future and vice versa, or who could be potential business partners. They really don't want to be friends with individuals who would always beg for favors or opportunities. They don't stay in their comfort zone. Wealthy people are successful because they have learned the importance of a little discomfort here and there. Nobody became a millionaire by sitting all day in their comfort zone. Richard Branson once said, "Nothing good in my life has ever happened from the safety of my comfort zone." Rich people constantly leave their comfort zones to push themselves beyond their limits. To get that extra wealth, you just have to be willing to go the extra mile. That is why they come up with wild business ideas. Think of Elon Musk's outrageous ideas. One of his companies, The Boring Company, wants to create an underground electric superhighway, which will be able to transport people in minutes and sometimes seconds. At first, this seemed even impossible, but there is already one tunnel built in California and another being drilled in Nevada. Elon Musk also wants to colonize Mars, an entirely different planet. If a billionaire can choose to be this wild, why are you still in your comfort zone? Leaving your comfort zone might be learning a new skill or starting a new business or even meeting new people. Whatever it is, you must not allow fear and doubt to stop you from reaching a potentially rewarding space. Of course, you would be afraid. However, you must channel this energy into creating and collaborating with other people. Richard Branson mentions that his willingness to try out new things has made it easier for him to leave his comfort zone. He also mentioned that it has made him a forward-thinking leader. In a blog post in 2018, he said, "I've never really had the desire to fit in, and that's served me well in business. Innovation doesn't come from being comfortable and doing what everyone else is doing. Anything feels a little odd the first few times you do it," wrote Branson, "but the more strangers you meet and talk to, the more comfortable you'll start to feel." Be honest with yourself. Will your 9-to-5 job give you the sort of wealth you want to amass for yourself? If you know it wouldn't, then you should look inwards out and go for the big dream. Most rich individuals who have changed the game and even changed how we view our existence today stepped outside of their comfort zone. They will surely go down in history as individuals who overcame their fear and used this energy to solve the craziest human problems. Multiple flows of income. Almost every billionaire makes money from more than one source. Think of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson, Warren Buffett. All of these individuals run more than one company and invest in a number of other profitable ventures. You must understand that the more money you have, the easier it is to make more money. And one of the easiest and fastest ways to make more money is to have more than one source of income. When you have multiple sources of income, there is a steady cash flow. You can also use the excess income to invest in other opportunities. There are two major kinds of income. There is active income, where you work for the money you make, and passive income, in which payment or income is not dependent on how long or how effectively you have worked. Passive income usually includes investment payouts, dividend stocks, rental property, or even payment from a song or a book through royalties and shares. They invest. This is one of the major reasons why rich people get richer when they aren't working. They get their money to work for them. Investment is the key to growing their finances, and every rich individual knows this. Saving is important for the rainy day, but investments have the potential to help you grow your wealth. With saving, you keep your money in a certain safe place until a need arises. Most times, savings don't yield interests, and when they do, they're usually very low. Investments, on the other hand, come with heavy returns which you can choose to reinvest. However, every kind of investment comes with a certain level of risk, and you must be willing to accept this risk. Rich people, however, never invest more than they can afford to lose. You should always do the same. They take risks. Years ago, when Elon Musk took a major risk creating a company that would focus solely on creating electric cars, many entrepreneurs thought he was crazy. It might have sounded crazy at that time, but Elon Musk had done his research. He had analyzed the market and calculated his risks. He had explored the pros and cons of these risks and consequently decided that he would go ahead with it. Today, Tesla cars are breaking sales records across the world and even infiltrating centralized markets like that of China. Rich individuals don't just take risks, they take calculated risks. They take risks which have the potential of bringing them closer to their goals. Naturally, they avoid risks which wouldn't benefit them in the long run, or risks which might seem highly profitable yet too good to be true. They don't overspend. Millions of non-rich individuals regularly dream of a life without worry, a life where they can spend millions of dollars without thinking about the repercussions. They dream about the fast and luxurious cars, the expensive clothes, the big mansions, and so on. However, the rich understand that the more money you spend, the less money you have. If they choose to excessively spend money every time, it wouldn't take long before they went bankrupt. The secret to managing wealth is to always spend way less than you earn. Nevertheless, you should know that frugality is relative to your income. A rich person buying a car worth $1 million cannot be considered overspending when this individual makes over $1 billion yearly. A rich person will naturally spend more than a middle-class individual. Still, the rich tend to be more frugal with money. The American economy. It would be unfair to not mention the place of the American economy in making the rich richer. During the global health situation, the income inequality gap expanded tremendously. Vice reported, since the beginning of the global health situation, income inequality has continued to rise. While the super wealthy make even more money, a report by the Institute for Fiscal Studies found that households in the poorest fifth, as measured by their pre-crisis income, have been hit hardest in terms of earnings, with a fall in their median household earnings of around 15%. Unfortunately, this isn't happening for the first time. In 2008, CNN wrote, "We've seen this happen before." In the recovery from the 2008 economic meltdown, which for most Americans was never complete. Indeed, most US households went into this situation with a lingering economic hangover from the 2008 crash. Only the top 20% of US households had fully recovered the wealth they had prior to the Great Recession. It was a different story for the uber rich, and the wealthiest 400 billionaires in the United States had fully recovered their wealth within 3 years. Within a decade, their wealth had increased over 80%. If this trend continues, the United States might end up turning into a feudalistic country where the wealth is unevenly divided among a few individuals. However, you can go the extra mile and become successful in your own right. People are still breaking boundaries and hitting success. You can do the same too. And with that, we wrap up this video. Thank you for watching.